Welcome geniuses, I'm Genie, your best buddy for A-levels. In this channel, we'll bring you to explore the secret formula behind success.
Hi, this is the requested video. The question is from October-November 2015, variant 63, question 7. A factory makes water pistols, 8% of which do not work properly. A random sample of 19 pistols is taken. Okay, when we read up to this part of the questions, we should be able to identify this is a binomial distribution questions. So how do we know that? First, let us make the random variable x as the number of water pistols that do not work properly. Right? So this is a random variable and it follows a binomial distribution. So it has a random sample of 19 water pistols. It means independent trials, and at the same time, 8% of which do not work properly. This is the constant probability given by the questions. With independent trials, constant probability, that is why we can model it as a binomial distributions. All right, we can answer the question part 1. Find the probability that at most 2 do not work properly. So to find the probability that the number of pistols that do not work properly is at most 2. So that means less than and equals to 2. That means we are finding probability of x equals to 0 or 1 or up to 2. All right. Then we have the binomial distribution formula given in the formula list MF19. Refer to the formula. It should be given like this. Okay, according to the formula, we are looking at the probability that out of 19 pistols, what is the probability that none of them is not working properly, or exactly one of them is not working properly, or 2 of them is not working properly. That is the probability that at most 2 do not work properly. So using calculator, find out the probability to be 0.809. Okay. Now we move on to part 2. In a random sample of n water pistols, the probability that at least one does not work properly is greater than 0.9. Find the smallest possible value of n. All right. So we are still looking at this question and it can still be modeled as a binomial distribution. Just that the independent trial is given by the small letter n now. But the probability, it remains the same, 0.08. So what do we want? we want to find out the probability that at least one does not work properly. So the number of pistons that does not work properly is greater and equals to 1. And the probability is greater than 0.9, greater than 0.9. Okay, so using this inequality, we try to find out the possible value of n. Okay, what does it mean by probability that x greater and equals to 1? In order to find out this probability, we can actually take 1 minus probability of x less than 1. And you can tell that when x less than 1, it means x equals to 0. Okay, so this is still greater than 0.9. All right, now we sub into the formula for binomial distributions. We have NC0 the probability 0.08 and to power of 0 and 0.92 to power of n. Okay, this probability is greater than 0.9. Now, to continue solving this, as we can see that this inequality, this term is a negative term. So I will try to bring it to the right hand side and 0.9, bring it to the left. So it looks like this. And you should know that NC0 is going to be a 1. Anything to power of 0 is also going to be 1. So what is still left is only 0.92 to power of n. All right. 0.1 greater than 0.92 to power of n. And now in order to solve this inequality, we need to bring the power n down. And to do so, we will apply log both sides. So by using this method, applying log both sides, now we should be able to bring down the n. And we can solve the inequality, which is the n. Okay, maybe we try to put the n and log 0.92 on the left-hand side, which is supposed to be less than log 0.1. And the n should be greater than log 0.1 divided by log 0.92. And this is because we are dividing a negative value. Whenever you are dividing a negative value, you have to reverse the directions of the inequality. So n greater than, using calculator, log 0.1 over log 0.92 should give you a value of 27.6. 27.6. So the least possible value of n will be equals to 28, since we want the n to be greater than 27.6. All right, so that is the answer for part 2, n equals to 28. Okay, that's all for this video. Please subscribe to the channel and like this video. See you in the next. Bye-bye.
That's all for today's video. If you're interested in more genuine sharing by other geniuses, please subscribe to our channel and don't forget to turn on the notification bell, ding dong. Also, if you're struggling with one or two past year questions and the mark scheme just doesn't seem to help. Genie has got you covered. Feel free to let us know what question it is by filling in the Google form linked in the description below. GenieUs Hub will get genius teachers to fulfill your request for the solution. Genie will see you next time. Bye-bye.